What's going on, guys? What's cracking? Looking at my big forehead. Look at this thing right now. Look at that big bald head life. Got that beard thing going. It's the first time I'm ever growing out a beard for No Shave November. Never done this before, so see how it goes. Working on Frank's car. I need to get this thing out of here, so trying to do the last little bit. So let me go over what I've done so far and then show you what I've got yet to do and get this thing out of here. Frank, I'm tired of your car. No, seriously, I love this car. Frank's a good dude, so I don't mind working on people's cars like this because Frank's just a generally nice guy. So I want to say first and foremost, thank you, Jose Valia of Kaizen Motorsports. He's been helping me a ton. There's just some little things I could have done differently, right? And he's like, dude, just do this, do this, do this. He sent me this book a while back, which is actually a wiring diagram for a Mark IV Supra. This is for a 1995 model. Unfortunately, 97, 98 models are slightly different. So there has been some things he's gonna have to help me, not some things, he's been helping me with a lot, for being honest, to do. He actually made this little jumper here too, and I just had to pin it in there. I didn't have the AEM pins that go specifically for this connector. I have Deutsch connectors and Deutsch pins, but the AEM pins I did not have, and he sent me some other ones too, so I just paid him for that. It was easy said and done, and then I just sleeved it myself. I probably could have put the sleeving further in, but this was already tight as this wiring is bigger, and plus I wanted to be able to see the labels here and here also. So did that, went ahead and pinned it inside of there. If you guys want a little bit of knowledge there for what pins I used C157 for the blue, C156 for the pink, and there's two blue wires. That is for the RR plus, RR minus, and then C154 and then C155 red wire and then blue wire. Again, you can see them in here. Now I had to then hardwire it inside the car. So if we go over here, again, I've got shit everywhere. I still got to finish up doing his fuel pressure and other stuff. I had to go inside here, and back in there, there's a couple more wires you have to hardwire into. Again, it's a blue and red wire and a pink and blue wire. You hardwire into those in the ABS module, and that's what gives you traction control. And then I sleeved a harness and put it back down here with a Deutsch connector on it. So it's all plug and play. He doesn't have to do anything anymore. When he needs to remove something, just unplug it, and if he never wants to use it again, he can just stuff it up and away, but at least it has a connector on it now. And let me turn that off instead of something else. I also pinned in here, these are the trigger and ground. I'm sorry, this is the power and ground for the 5-volt switch and ground. This is the sub-throttle TPS, so I cut off those two wires and use a sub-throttle TPS. It's a blue and red and yellow and black here, I guess I would say, for the actual power and ground for the AEM sensors here. And then I have to only run two wires up to the car, just gives a cleaner look. And then down here, I put a Deutsch connector here and use this for the MAC valve itself. This is the factory VSV setup. So the AEM itself will control it directly through the harness. Again, so there's not extra wires running out the car. It's actually built into his harness itself. It just looks a little bit cleaner, and this way he doesn't have stuff running up here unless he has to. Again, these two wires, you have a wire from that sensor and then a wire from this one here, which is for the oil pressure underneath. Those will have to have two wires, one from each, running up and into the car. Then I have to put that into my, where's it at? 12-pin connector here. Okay, and where's my little book at? I have it marked out here. Where's my book? Guys, help me find my book. Where's it at? Gosh dang it, Ricky Bobby. Really, Ryan? Dang nabbit. Did I put it back inside again? All right, guys, so we're pretty much done with Frank's car here. I just have to finish up the bracket there. I already ran all of his wiring down underneath. I tapped into the factory wiring here, ran it down through a hole he already had here, ran it up over his dash, connected it over there for the oil pressure and fuel pressure. So he's getting power and he's getting ground for the factory, and then just the two trigger wires are actually physically going over. The rest is all built into the actual harness itself, so there's nothing really external to try and keep it as clean as possible. You can see here, got everything tucked away too. We made a bracket and stuff there last night. I put the cover back on, and then his wire, if he ever needs to get to anything for his ECU, is inside of here. He already drilled a hole from previous, so I ran the wiring up through there, and yeah, it looks factory this way. So the only thing I gotta do is start putting the plastics back on, and should be good. So I can start putting the dash in, all that fun stuff, and he should be good to go. I'm excited for him. This is gonna be awesome. I'm excited for him to get the car tuned and see what John Kerr can do for him. All right, Colton's inside right now, putting in some of Frank's panels. I wanted to show you guys this quick here. It's not the best lit light right now, but this is why I hate jumper harnesses, guys, so freaking much. All right, guys, so I got a little bit of light here. I just wanted to show you. Yeah, see all this mess? And again, it's because you have this jumper, it comes off, and you got this big
rectangular plug you have here, and you got to go into that, then the wire comes up and out this way. So I mean, it just doesn't look nice. I mean, I'm gonna move this around a little bit more. I hate this because you have extra wiring. This is why I always recommend, you know, getting a custom harness, especially for a car this old. Always get one. Frank's gonna listen to this and go, oh, I know Ryan. I love giving him a hard time. Frank's a good dude, but got wired in for his traction control, fuel pressure, oil pressure. I've already checked everything and already tested it. I just have to send off now a tune to John Kerr to make sure everything's right. But I've got all the sensors set up, so it's running RC 1200cc injectors, and it starts up just fine. And once Colton is actually done doing all this, I'll go ahead and start the car up for you guys so you can hear it. So I'm gonna go ahead and open up the other door here just to be safe. I'll have that door open, but you know, we're doing something like this. Now, Frank did not want his clutch disabled, so you do have to press down the clutch here. I just wanna make sure, again, his dash is on now. I already know the car will run, so what you'll do is you go ahead and put it in the on position, push on the clutch, and go ahead and start her up. It's probably gonna die. Yep, now give it a second, turn it. Go ahead. Give it, see if it dies again. Don't let, there we go. Let it go, let it go. Man, she sounds healthy, boys. Does need a good tune. But everything's hooked up. Has the max valve there placed. What's on the dash right now? We got a warning light right now. I'll put the e-brake down for me. So the only thing I would think of is we'll probably have to, because we removed the ABS, we had to splice into it, and then I can't think of anything else. So that would be the only other thing. Seatbelt's undone, but yeah, he doesn't have the ABS anymore because we spliced into it for the traction control. How's it feel to have it being a real race car for once?
Good.
Give it just a little love tap, just a little one. A little bit harder. I don't know what it is about Frank's car, but man, it sounds so mean, or sounds so good. Just want to see it get up to temp, see how it's doing, but I mean, I think he's good to go. So we're gonna go ahead and turn it off and move on. So go ahead and shut it off. Take the key out and that's it. She's ready to roll. Frank, your car's done. I just gotta get a little bit of a bass map in it from the tuner and you can take it up and get her tuned. All right, good morning guys. Just doing the last little bit here. Hooking up to Frank's car. I just got a tune back from John Kerr for a bass map. Again, this won't be perfect, but I did just get that back. So gotta select all tabs, 506 here, open. Just gotta upload this quick. So I'm gonna have to go here and now I just gotta upload the tune. So I gotta put his key in. So give me a second here. Let me go ahead and start uploading this and let's get this thing turned on.
Guys, sorry for the sunlight in my eyes right now. Frank's car's done. I had to take it out here for a test drive real quick. Needs a little bit more fine adjustment. It needs a little bit more. It's still running really rich there. I took it a log. I'm going to send it off to John here real quick, have him make a slight adjustment. But again, it's not fully tuned. It just needs to get to John to be tuned, and that's it. So this is just to really test the car, when to drive it around. That big throttle body has this thing does not help things at all. That massive 102 millimeter throttle body is a killer. Trying to get tipping and stuff. It's going to be interesting, but I know John can handle all that. Obviously, if it worked really well in the V1, I know with an Infinity, the scaling and stuff is much better on this, so it should be fine. guys, I just wanted to show you, again, thank you, Frank, very much. I also want to thank Jose Value of Kaizen Motorsports for all your help with all of this, man. I want to thank Colton Glunt. I appreciate you guys, you know, pitching in, helping out. That's what I like about the car community. This is what I like about other shops, everything like that. And I'm not a shop, I'm not saying that. But I just like that all these people are so willing to help and they're so kind. And it means a lot to me. So guys, thank you very much. And on that note, I'm signing out. Thank you very much, and I'll talk to you later. Peace, guys.